Big up everyone. Hope we are all well. Big up to you all. Hopefully we're all good. Hopefully you can all hear me as well. Big up everyone. Looking ahead to the weekend games again. We are back, people. We are back. Premier League football is here for one more weekend. So big up, man. Hopefully the chat can hear me fine. There's no technical issues. Fingers crossed. But big up, people. So this is going to be, I believe this is the final week of Premier League football before the next international break. So we have this weekend, where the games are all on. And then next week, I believe we have an international break, which is not ideal. It's annoying because a lot of us are going to be lost on the weekend. But it is what it is, man. At least we have another week before we go off to the break. And to be fair, after the break, good news, this is the last one. There will not be another international break in between. So then we have a big, huge schedule up until May. So yeah, as you can see in the title of the live, people, going to be looking ahead to the Brighton game a little bit and discussing, will we get the W at the Amex Stadium over down by the coast? Will Liverpool go to Brighton and be able to get the 3 points in our top 5 race? So yeah, big up to you all, man. Big up to you all. I wanted to start on a topic that has really wound me up here. I'm sure a lot of you use social media quite a bit. I'm sure a lot of you have seen what is going on or what has been said about Ibrahim Konate. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'll actually get this up right now because again, just when you think humanity cannot be cannot get any worse, it does. So I'll just bring this up, people. Oh man, absolute joke. 1 second, if I can find it. Imagine I wake up today, this is the first thing that I read. The first thing that I read, and I'm quite frankly appalled. I'm so appalled by it. It's just straight up. It's such horrible behaviour. Whereabouts is it? If I scroll down a bit. It was released early this morning. Before I get into discussing the match and everything, this is what I wanted to discuss first. If it's on the X channel, I don't even think they've got it on here, which is fucking weird. Here we go. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Apologies, people. Apologies. Big up to everyone in the chat, though. Has anyone joined? Big up you all, man. Big up you all. Fuck's sake. Right. So, the Premier League released this statement after Liverpool put out a post early this morning regarding a certain situation. So, if I just share the screen here. We're going to start off on a negative, people. I'm sorry, but this has to be discussed. So, if I scroll in, actually, so you guys can see it a bit more and we can read it together. So, the Premier League reported after Liverpool put out a statement about Ibrahim Konate. Now, Liverpool have said that Ibrahim Konate was racially abused in the Galatasaray game. I had no idea about any of this, I'll be honest, up until today. I only read it on X this morning. I read it on Instagram as well this morning. Big up Joshy J, man. Big up yourself, brother. Big up. But yeah, I read it on the official Liverpool Instagram page, and I was appalled. So Ibrahim Konate has been reportedly, was racially abused on Wednesday night in the Galatasaray game. Fucking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, man. What can I even say at this point? What can I even say about this situation? Feels like we're only just getting over the whole Vinicius Jr. thing and the backlash of that, which rightly so caused a lot of backlash. Now, straight away, we have another racist incident here with Ibu. This is not a good look on football at all. It's not, people. We've got to be totally honest about it. It's not a good look for football at all. This is 2 incidents now in quick succession as well. In very, very quick succession. So Liverpool put out a statement saying they were appalled about the abuse, racial abuse that Ibrahim Konate suffered. I can't find the official Liverpool thing, what Liverpool said now. But they quite frankly said they were appalled, and rightly so. Liverpool took a crack at the whole organisations, Premier League, Champions League, UEFA, and who else do we have? FIFA, for not cracking down on this. You know, they do not crack down on this enough for my liking. Nowhere near enough. It's quite frankly pathetic how little they do about situations like this. It's genuinely pathetic. Time and time, people are allowed to get away with this, and it angers the hell out of me. Angers the hell out of me. Big up everyone. The comments have just flown in. Mad, big time there. Wow. Big up Waha. Appreciate you. Yo, big up my brother Night Time Kid. Indeed, the dark side of football, indeed. Yo, big up Master Blue, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Big up Nighttime Kid. But yeah, lads, I don't know if there was a glitch there, but the comments just rolled in quick time. Very, very odd, but whatever. So, Premier League reported this. Let's read through it and let's see what they said. So, we joined Liverpool Football Club in strongly condemning the disgusting racist abuse directed at Ibrahim Konate and have offered our full support to the players and club. You don't do nothing about it, though. You do not do nothing about it because time and time it happens again. We are appalled by the ongoing racism players are facing on social media. So it was social media. Konate was racially abused on social media after that game. Oh my god. Discriminatory abuse has absolutely no place in football or wider society. Facts, it doesn't. Anyone who chooses to abuse others is not welcome in our game, and they are not a true fan. It is clear that more needs to be done to address this issue, and we will work alongside clubs, football bodies, law enforcement, and social media to ensure that this remains a priority for all. Any individuals identified and found guilty of discrimination will face the strongest possible consequences, including club bans and legal prosecution. Oh my god, man. So another player has been racially abused, and this time it's Ibrahim Konate. Absolutely fucking mental, man. Big up Hala Madrid. Hope I get up for the Asia. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Big up Richarlison. Yo, big up Ryan, man. Big up yourself, Ryan. Big up. But look, this is quite frankly disgusting. Another player has been racially abused by on social media. This is the issue with social media. We have people, right? There's too much leeway when it comes to social media. Too much people on social media are comfortable to say things that they would never say to a person in real life. You can call someone something on social media that you would never say to them face to face because you would absolutely shit your pants and you have no balls. Let's be honest. Social media is a big problem in the sense of that, where people are able to just get away with saying certain things and no punishment happens. No punishment at all. Yo, big up Milano. Nice to see someone new. Big up yourself. Big up. Appreciate you being in buffer. But yeah, it's quite frankly disgusting that Ibrahim Konate has suffered racist abuse here after the game. And this is Liverpool's official statement. Luckily, the Premier League have attached it to it. So if I just click onto that, this is what Liverpool FC posted this morning. Liverpool FC is appalled and disgusted by the vile and abhorrent racist abuse directed at Ibrahim Konate on social media. So yeah, Ibu was racially abused, which pisses me off. And the Premier League, this whole if I zoom out now, this whole thing pisses me off here. They wrote a whole paragraph here, but they're not gonna. We know they're not gonna do anything about it. We know they're gonna do absolutely fuck all, and it's gonna happen again. It's a bad look, people, because we just had the Vinicius Junior incident literally a couple of weeks ago. Literally a couple of weeks ago, we had to deal with the Vinicius Junior incident and the racial abuse there, which was, in my opinion, and I think you'll all agree, very, very, very poorly dealt with by Benfica and football as a whole. We now have this one now. This is a Premier League incident, and this is closer to home with a Liverpool player. What can I even say? There's no room for this in football. There's none. and it just keeps popping up. Yes, wow, R.I.P. to Chuck Norris. Absolutely horrible, sad news there. Chuck Norris has unfortunately died at the age 86, I believe. Absolute legend in acting, absolute legend in the Hollywood world, martial artist star. R.I.P. man, R.I.P. to Chuck Norris. May you rest in peace. Very sad news there. It's 2026, bro. Too late for this. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, that Tom Kid. He had a good run, yeah. Yeah, he had a very long life. Wow, 86. A lot of people don't live till 86, but yeah, very sad news to wake up to this morning to see that Chuck Norris had unfortunately died. May he rest in peace, man. I remember a movie with Chuck Norris where he was I think he was Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee, where him and Bruce Lee had the fight scene. Yeah, man. Bruce Lee, another one who was tragically died way too soon, way too young. But yeah, hopefully they're both up there in the clouds now. Having conversations. R.I.P. Chuck Norris, man, legend. It seems to be happening more regularly again now. It'll never stop. No, Ryan, it's. I fear it's never gonna go away, but I fear that there's so much more that all these there's so much more that these people can do about it to crack down on it. Yeah, Waha, that's the one in the Coliseum. Yeah, that's the one, Waha. There's so much more. There's so much more that Premier League can do to crack down on this. Champions League, UEFA, FIFA can do to put regulations in place, strict punishments in place, and they just don't do it. The only thing I've seen him in is apart from Walker. I haven't watched Walker, to be fair. I've seen the new Walker, Waha, the new Walker that has 4 seasons, I believe. I'm still watching that currently. I don't know if you've watched that one, but yeah, I know it's a remake of the Chuck Norris one. But yeah, they it's sad because if you crack down on it and you put certain regulations in place, this can all go away. It can go away. I fear it's never gonna fully go away, unfortunately. But they but they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing, which is appalling. Unfortunately, they don't seem to give a shit. They don't give a crap, man. They couldn't care less. They've made it very clear with the Vinicius Junior situation. They don't care because look how badly that was. Benfica didn't even face no punishment. They faced no punishment. You know, Mourinho ends up getting away with his comments that he made. It's appalling. Very appalling. Yo, big up night, Tom Kid. Well, I didn't follow it, but picked it up on TV a couple of times. Yeah, it's not a bad watch, to be fair. It's not a bad watch. Yes, night, Tom Kid, Catherine O'Hara from Home Alone. Catherine O'Hara from Home Alone. Rest in peace to her as well. R.I.P. to Catherine O'Hara. Cybercrime can be got at. Yes, exactly. You just have to crack down on it. Exactly. Big up to my brother King, man. Make sure you all sub to my brother King. Another one of the Fellowship of the Realist. But big up. It's a shame that this still happens in football. No need for it, but the main organisations only care if it costs you money. Exactly, man. It's a cool world that we live in. It's a very cool world that we live in, man, where people are more bothered about a plastic note than human beings. It's crazy, but I agree with you 100%. Yeah, big up. It'll be interesting seeing what the Premier League do about this now going forward, because if you remember at the beginning of the season, guys, Anton Semenyo was also racially abused at Anfield. Big up Wahaha, you beat me to it. Let me just pin that comment. Big up yourself. But yeah, if you go back to the opening game of the season, Semenyo was abused. We had the Vinicius Junior incident a couple of weeks ago, and we've now had this incident. This one, of course, is social media racism, but racism in general is unacceptable in my opinion, wherever it is, whether it's at the game, on social media, wherever. And so, like I said, people, it's too it's people just have way too much got you take. Oh, big up, Nighty Tom Kid, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. Big up, man. There's just way too much leeway, man. Which allows this to keep happening in the game. Tolo Kader for us was also racially abused on social media not too long ago. I know it's absolutely crazy, Ryan. Yeah, they say they're appalled about it, but they never do anything to fix it. Real talk. This has been happening for years now. We've even taken the knee, guys. We took the knee before the game and everything, and it still hasn't done nothing. It still hasn't done nothing. I mean, what's it going to take really to get rid of it? But I don't think there is. I don't think there is nothing that we can do to ever make this go away. But there is things we can do to make people think long and hard before they racially abuse a player. A lifetime ban. Anyone who racially abuses someone should get a lifetime ban. You're never going to be allowed in the ground again. You can never watch the team again in the stadium. People will soon stop with this disgusting behaviour. None of my players never had that. They did ban the fan nighttime kid, yeah, and rightly so. He deserved to be banned. He deserved to be banned. Yeah, man. I hope the people who were racially abusing Ibu on social media are found and they're held accountable. There are ways to find them. The authorities will find them. So if they think they're being smart, if they think they're being big up Waha, big up Night Kid, I'll pin that as well. If they think they were sly and they thought they could get away with it on social media, no, they can't. There are ways that the authorities can track you down through social media. So hopefully these people are found and they're prosecuted and they're incarcerated in the correct manner and the manner they deserve to be, because quite frankly it's appalling. It's appalling. Look, I said it the other week, didn't I, when it happened with Vinicius Junior. It's Vinicius Junior today. Next week it'll be someone else, or then down the line it'll be someone else. It's happened to Ibu now. Now it's Ibu, guys. It'll be someone else in a couple of weeks' time. You know what I'm saying? It's just occurring and occurring and occurring, man. And apparently Kanate is very shaken up and he's upset about it. So yeah, man. Look, thoughts are with Ibu, man. No one deserves racial abuse. Anyone. No one deserves it. So, the Liverpool community, of course, is behind Ibrahim Kanate. We have his back. And yeah, man, we will back him in this time where I'm sure he saw a lot of these messages himself, and I'm sure he was very, very upset about them. It's mad. It is mad, man. It's a crazy world we live in, genuinely. And we'll see what the Premier League do. We'll see what the Premier League do to crack down on this now, because we saw how badly UEFA and Benfica and them dealt with the Vinicius Junior situation. Let's see if the Premier League can actually put some regulations in place and actually do us a bit proud in cracking down on this. We'll have to see. 16 likes. Big up to everyone who's like, man. I'll take that any day of the week. Big up. So yeah, say no to racism, people. Say no to racism. That's all. Well, I did put a short out about this on TikTok and on Instagram as well. So not on Instagram, on TikTok and on YouTube. So I got into a bit more. Detail on it there, but it's not what I expected to wake up to, man. Genuinely, I expected to wake up to team news, look ahead to Brighton and everything. And the first thing I do when I open up Instagram is see the Liverpool statement, which again threw me off big time. Oh man, what a crazy world we live in. What a crazy world we live in. I mean, I could keep going on about this. I could go on and on and on because I feel very strongly about this, very, very strongly, and it's taking a lot in me right now to not go on a rant and go absolutely mad. But ultimately, I said the same thing against that happened when it happened to Vinicius Junior. I'll say the same thing now. It's disgusting. There's no room in the game for it, and people need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable so this doesn't happen again. Yeah, man. Say no to racism, people. Say no to racism. Oh, it's 6. Oh, thank you, Nighttime Kid. Big up to everyone who has subbed. Big up to everyone who has subbed. We're getting closer to 1K slowly. It is taking time, but we are getting closer to 1K. So big up to every single person who has subbed. Everyone in the chat. Big up you all, because you're all absolute legends. Big up Andre. Big up my brother Andre, man. Big up. Appreciate you being in, man. I'm sure you've seen this news regarding Ibrahim Kanate as well, and the racial abuse that he faced on social media. It's crazy. It's absolutely mad. Premier League, let's see what you do now, lads. Let's see what you guys do, because You guys need to crack down on this and make sure this doesn't happen again. You need to crack down on it. Oh man. But yeah, that kind of ruined my mood a bit. It kind of ruined my mood a bit when I seen it. It did. But yeah, guys, just say no to racism. I think we as fans need to it might have to take something big. Like I'm not inciting violence or nothing, but it might genuinely take what happened with the Super League, where people are, protesting and everything against, certain outlets like the Premier League and UEFA and that, for change to really happen. But yeah, man, it's a very very sensitive topic, and you have to be very careful what you say about it on YouTube. So yeah, thoughts are with Ibu, and hopefully we can move past this, and the people are found and they are punished accordingly and correctly as well. But yeah, so I guess we'll kind of move away from that now, and we'll look ahead to the Brighton game tomorrow. So in the title, as you can see, look ahead to Brighton. Will we get the W at the Amex? So for this game tomorrow, people, Brighton at the Amex. Hi, you're big up, Abdul. I'm good, mate. Hope you're well as well. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. You'll never walk alone as well. Forest, it's on. 5-1 Brighton, Wow. But yeah, this game tomorrow is it's a 12:30 kickoff. Now, we haven't had a lot of 12:30 kickoffs this season, and usually 12:30 kickoffs are a recipe for disaster. Yes, Abdul, you reminded me. Eid Mubarak to everyone out there who is celebrating Eid. To all the Islamic people out there who are celebrating Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, sorry. Blessings to all of you guys. Hope you are all doing well. So blessings to everyone. Thank you for reminding me, Abdul. Oh no, 5-1 Liverpool. Sorry, I didn't see when it typed. I didn't see. It's all good night, Tom. There's no problem, brother. It's all good, man. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game tomorrow because like I said, we had a very good result midweek. We ended up going to the quarterfinals in style, 4-0 against Galatasaray. But that was a European game, and this season our European performances have been better than our league performances by a distance. So now we're back to playing league games. Yeah, look, well, I'm not playing it up. I know we're probably gonna go out in the next round. But it was nice to see a good performance for once. That's all. I'm not overplaying it. I'm not trying to hype us up to this level that we're at. But no. But I'm just kind of taking it one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? Where did curl up? You're right. But yeah. The win midweek was good. But now, can we take that momentum into a league game? Because how much times this season have we had a good result in Europe, but then had a bad result in the league? I remember we beat Marseille 3-0 away from home a while back, and then we lost that same weekend, literally the weekend after, against Bournemouth. So again, it's the consistency for me. We can't seem to put consistency together after we get a good result, which is a problem in my opinion. A big problem. Because look, we can't just afford to completely write the league off. I can see what Arne Slot's doing here. He's prioritising the Champions League over the Premier League. Hence why I think we look better in that. We look better, well coached, and he comes across well. He was a lot more animated on Wednesday, which was surprising, but I did like it, I'll be honest. We can't just afford to completely write the Premier League season off, because ultimately we still need to get into the top 5. If you're going to put all your eggs into the Champions League basket, you better win it. You better win it, because if you try that and it doesn't come off and you end up getting knocked out, and then we've fallen well behind the top 5 competitors, we are in trouble. We are. So we can't afford to completely write the Premier League off. We can't even afford to really rotate. Let's be honest. You can't afford to rotate at the business end of the season in much competitions. So we have to go strong in the league and in Europe, and even the FA Cup, I'd argue too. There's no room for rotation, in my opinion. We have to try and win a trophy. As unlikely as it is that we get one, we have to try and win something. I think you'll beat Brighton this weekend 2-0. I think with Brighton, it's look, back to the game. let's see if we can take the momentum from that win midweek to this game. Because we weren't good against Spurs. Let's be honest. Let's not forget the Tottenham result on Sunday. It was a bad, bad, bad result. A game we should have won, and we didn't. It was a really bad result. Can we now bounce back in the league the weekend out against Brighton? Look, this for me will be it will be a tougher game because Brighton away at their ground. I don't know much about Brighton this year. I don't know where they're sat in the league, but again, they're a team that I think always play good football. They always try and play ball. They always press high. They always want the ball. So they always play against you. You. Against Brighton, you never get a team who play a low block. You never get a team who just park the bus. They play expansive football. So that's a plus. That's a plus, and that's why it should make for a good game tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, or midday, or tomorrow morning, should I say? So they're gonna play. They're at home. They're gonna play. They're a team that, for me, I always look at and think they should be fighting for Europe. They should be fighting for Europe. They should be in Europa League conversations. They should even be in Conference League conversations. Champions League, for me, it's a push too far for them. But again, this is what Ryan says here. Ryan said it as well. They're 12th, 13th. For how much people for how much people hype Brighton up, for how much people tell us that they're a good side, which I think they are, they don't usually do well in the league, do they? They usually have a season. They usually finish mid-table, 12th to 13th. And for me, with people always overhyping them, I'd expect them to be a lot higher than that and fighting for Europe. And they just never seem to ever do that. They've been a bit off this season, to be fair, yeah. But then again, they weren't too great last year either. They finished mid-table last year as well. So they're an odd team. They're an odd team because on their day, they're capable of turning up and getting a result against you. We know that. We've played them twice already this season. We played them in the league at Anfield back in December. Got myself a birthday win on that day, which was good. And then we played them in the Cup a couple of weeks ago as well, in the FA Cup. Got them 3-0. So with the way they play, in my opinion, it's a perfect opportunity for us. If we were going to play a low block, I'd say we're going to struggle. But against a team like Brighton, who are going to play against us, I'm sure they are going to play against us. I don't expect them to sit back. I think we get joy. Look at it. The 2 times we played them this season, we beat them relatively comfortably. The game at Anfield, was a little bit closer. They didn't exactly have their shooting boots on at Anfield when we played them. We went 1-0 up. Both our goals came from Hugo Ekitike, actually. But let's be honest, Brighton didn't have their shooting boots on when they came to Anfield in the league. They had a lot of chances, to be fair. Liverpool were very, very, very shaky in that second half. But the difference is when we went forward, we were clinical. They had a lot of chances, but they weren't really clinical with the chances they had, if we're being totally honest about it. They were very, very wasteful, in my opinion. Had they been more clinical at Anfield that day, we probably would have been in for a different result and it would have been a different outcome. So again, they don't help themselves. Against big clubs, they should probably be a bit more reserved. They should probably, sit a yard deeper and play a bit more reserved. But they don't ever do that, and that's why they end up getting slapped up a lot. As you can see, a lot of results they end up getting absolutely, they've held 7 at Forest last season. So again, all of this can be avoided if they adapt their style of play, but they never do. But yeah, in the cup game was a lot different. We beat them relatively comfortably in that cup game, 3-0. So the 2 times we played them this season, we've come out victorious, and a lot of people probably aren't going to be confident for this game. But for me, purely because of the way they play football, I'm confident that we go there and win. I am. With the amount of space they're going to give us and how vulnerable they are, I think we will win this game. I do. It's going to be interesting, though, seeing what the manager goes with, the team the manager goes with. How much does he change up from the game midweek? How much does he change up from the game against Tottenham last weekend? So it'll be very intriguing to see what he does, for sure. I'll say that. And like I said, we need to get back to winning ways. We need to get back to winning ways. A bad result against Tottenham, let's be honest. That league result against Spurs last weekend. Look, no offense to Nottingham Kid here, but it was a bad result, a very bad result. We never should have joined that game. That really should have been, let's be honest, it should have been 3 or 4 goals scored for us, and we didn't. So let's put that right this weekend. Let's put that right, or at least attempt to put it right. Put in a decent display. It's been a while since I've seen us play well in the league. I'm seeing us play well in Europe, but I want to see us play well. I'm putting a decent display in the league as well, which I haven't seen in a while. Starting for life, mate. He said, spoken like a true rival fan. Spoken like a true rival fan who wants Liverpool to suffer. I hear it. I hear it. I'm not taking a piss. I'm not. I'm just being honest, brother, innit? I'm just being honest. But yeah, the team news for the game is it isn't. Well, it's. I'm not. I was gonna say it's bad, but there's only 2 injuries you have to 2 key players. We should be able to manage without them, but again, I'm kidding. Yeah, I know you're kidding, bro. I know you're kidding, brother. I know you're kidding. But yeah, we've only got 2 injuries, which I'll get onto in a couple minutes. But as for the game as a whole, no. I know. I'm just saying, a lot of people want Liverpool to not succeed. A lot of people look at Liverpool and think we don't want them to do well. So I thought, in that sense, because you're historically a Big Six club, you'd not want to see us do well. You normally give us about to. Well, to be fair, we did that last season, Nighttime Kid, in 3 games we played against you. The year before that, it was a close game, and the year before that, so it's only last season we put belt to us against you. Other than that, Spurs Liverpool games are usually relatively close, home and away. Bournemouth away will be very difficult tonight, but I think we will win 2. United are playing Bournemouth away, yeah. So Manchester United take. I can't lie, that's a banana skin for the man. Still, that could be a banana skin. Bournemouth away. At the beginning of the season, Bournemouth were brilliant, weren't they? Let's be honest, they were very good. They were very, very good, impressive. They fell off a bit around Christmas time, picked it up in the new year. I'm not sure whereabouts they are in the league now, but they have picked up and improved because they were on a bit of a downer. But at the Vitality Stadium, I think that's a banana skin for United, I'll be honest. If it was at Old Trafford, I would have said United win. But I can't lie, man. That could be a banana skin. But I think we will win 2-1. Ooh, I'm going to watch that. That's going to be an interesting watch. I have to watch that. I want you to do good. Big up, man. Appreciate that, Nighttime Kid. Neither do I, Nighttime Kid. I don't want them in the UCL either, to be fair. I don't want them in the UCL. But it's a good thing because they're going to get absolutely torn apart. They're going to get absolutely tore up in the UCL next season. Yeah, I think a lot of people forget. Everyone's very quick to praise them for Michael Carrick this, Michael Carrick that. They're only playing 1 game a week. I remember when Tottenham were playing 1 game a week the season before last, and you were able to finish in the Europa League spot. People underestimate how much of an advantage it is to only be playing 1 game a week. They're sat third because of that. Let's be honest. They're sat third because they don't have to worry about Europe. They're out of all the other competitions, so they're only playing once a week. I'm saying, and also they're also benefiting off the league being crap. We're very quick to talk about how Arsenal are top because the league's crap and that. Well, let's be honest. United are only third because the league's crap too. So let's not use one narrative for them, and another narrative for everyone else. But yeah, it's very easy to look good when you're playing 1 game a week. I'll say that. Let's see what they do next year when they have 2 games a week and they're back in every competition. They're going to get torn up in that UCL, and I can't wait. Wow, should have thought about that when you played us. Are you talking to? Is this to me or Nighttime Kid? Well, I'm not too sure who this one's directed to. Do let us know. Every club which starts off good, finishing bad. I hear that. Yeah. I will be doing the usual fan reactions. Love listening to those in the background. Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Well, Amarin played only 1 game a week from the Grimsby loss in August to the end of his tenure. Yeah. I hear it. I hear it. But look, I'm a Liverpool fan, guys. I hate United. I'd be lying if I sat here and said I want them to suffer. I want that club to suffer. So if they do badly, happy days. You know what I'm saying? What I don't like is when they're doing well and we're doing shit, and we have to take it from them. Pause. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. I had no idea that was a Friday night game. But yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that one. Come on, Bournemouth. Oh, tonight time. Okay, tonight time. Yeah. But back to the Brighton game. Look, I think United are going to finish third. they're going to get third place. Unfortunately, they're going to finish third. So they're not the team we should really be looking at. For me, the top 5 rivals are Aston Villa and Chelsea because both of those two teams are wobbling. Villa are in free fall at the moment. They got slapped up by United and they got slapped up by Chelsea as well, back to back. They're in a bad situation at the moment. I don't know if they won yesterday in Europe, but if they did, let me know. But they're in free fall. Chelsea as well, very similar. They had a decent manager bounce under Rosenior when he first came in, but they've also kind of reverted back to normality. So there's no consistency with either of those teams. Now, I'm not saying we're consistent either. We're not much better than Chelsea. We're not much better than Villa. But if we can get it going, if we can find some sort of consistency, some sort of rhythm, I do think we can finish 4th. Who knows? Maybe United's manager bouncing the kite goes out and they drop down a bit. If so, maybe we can touch on 3rd. But again, I think they will finish 3rd. So I think for us, 4th at best. But again, we need to. They're wobbling. Villa are wobbling. Chelsea are wobbling. Both of them two are wobbling. Let's take advantage of that. We don't have much injuries. I don't know what Chelsea's injury record is like, and I don't know what Villa's is like. But we don't have a lot of injuries. We've got players coming back. Isak's coming back, so we should be well energized after the break. Come on, man. Let's just take this top 5 race by the neck. Let's get top 5 and let's win a trophy as well. Of course you do. It's all right. I know one game. But yeah, it is. Tottenham benefited from it a couple of years ago in Ange's first season. They got a Europa League spot. Could have got a Champions League, but they do the City game at the end of the year. But yeah, they benefited from that when they were out of Europe. So it's a big advantage to a lot of teams. Although Chelsea didn't really benefit from it when they only had one game a week in 23-24 with Pochettino in charge. They didn't really benefit from it too much. But it's still like night and day since. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Wow. I hear that. Oh, here we go. You beat us once from 2021. Bro, relax. That's why you let us win. Bro, you've seen our injury. Yeah, your injury list is the worst night, Tom Kid. I think you have it. You have it really, really bad. I think yours is probably the worst in the league. No, I don't think you guys would be as bad or as low down in the table as you are now if you had all your players available. I really don't. Don't let me get off. But yeah, I think up until that 2-0 win against Tottenham earlier this season, a couple of weeks ago, they hadn't beaten them since 2021 in the league, and that was when Solskjaer was manager, which is mad. Actually, no, they beat them with 10 Hag, didn't they? At Old Trafford 2-0. My bad. Yeah, it had been a while since they beaten Tottenham. You've seen your captain being an absolute... My captain? You talking about Van Dijk or are you talking about Romero? I'm not sure which one you're on about. Wow. One game a week has really helped, but we will get found out next season. Yes, this is what I'm saying, Joshy J. This is what I'm saying, brother. You know what I mean? I do feel you'll struggle next season. And again, depends on your manager appointment too, if you appoint the right manager. I personally don't think you will. I think you'll make a bad appointment again and you'll be back to square one. But people might think I'm hating by saying that. Bro, United, when Bruno was out and you had to play your players at AFCON and you played that. United are shit. I've got no bone to stand on with this one night, Tom Kid. You're on your own. They're above us, so I can't really say nothing. Amrin, mate, back when you had 2 players out and your players went to AFCON, you played shit. You mean when Bremo and Diallo were out? Yeah. You lost your bottom of the table team. Stop blaming Amrin, bro. You lost to 10-man Newcastle. Why are you so upset all of a sudden? You lost to 10 men, Everton. Just saying, if you wanted to prevent us getting UCL, your captain shouldn't act like a complete idiot. To be fair, Romero did he did stitch them up in that game. I'll be honest, he did stitch them up. To be fair, Night Tom Kid, Wahaha is one of the humble United fans. Wahaha is one of the more humble and realistic ones. If you're on TikTok, you'll see what some of these United fans are like. Fuck me, man. We all think Arsenal fans are bad. These don't think they're in a title race all of a sudden. If Carrick was in charge for the whole season, we'd be top of the league. Yeah, sure you would. Sure you would. I mean, if you think Arsenal fans are deluded, guys, just look. Heavens forbid United are actually good again. That's all I'll say. Heavens forbid they actually become good again, because honestly, the fact that they're doing all this over being 3rd place, and again, being 3rd place, they're getting this excited. Imagine how they'll be if they're actually good again. Fuck me, man. They might actually be more unbearable than Arsenal fans. And that's not me taking a diss at Wahaha, because Wahaha, you are one of the genuine, realistic United fans. But again, man, I've seen some of their fans moving mad. Title race is on. We can chase down Arsenal. No, you can't. No, you can't, man. Again, people are very quick to say Arsenal benefit from the league being crap, and they do. But let's be honest. If the league was semi-decent, if everyone was on it, Manchester United would not be sat in third place. They wouldn't be. They'd be sat a lot further down. So they are also benefiting from this league being crap. But their fans don't want to mention that. Well, the deluded ones don't want to mention that, so I say. No. Well, you're one of the realistic fans, bro. Yeah, you ain't on no White House, but I've never seen you say anything crazy. Yeah, big up everyone, man. It's all good, man. Nighttime kid, go on to TikTok and have a look, brother. I know you're on TikTok. Go and have a look. I swear they're worse than Arsenal fans, and that's not even me being a dickhead. Genuinely, they are. If they ever become semi good again, we're gonna see chaos. I'll say that. But yeah, they lost to Grimsby. They did indeed lose to Grimsby. Yeah, 1 game a week. Yes, yeah, man, 1 game a week, and they're talking like this. It's mad. But yeah, back to the Liverpool game. Brighton knocked them out. Yeah, they did. They did indeed. What I say and agree with is that if Amrin got sacked, we'd be close at the top. Yeah, fair as well. I do hear what you mean, to be fair. Got sacked after Grimsby. Yeah, they do have nothing to play for, Nighttime Kid. They don't. But yeah, back to the Spurs game. What am I on about Spurs game? Back to the Brighton game. They're going to play expansive football, so we should be able to get joy against them. Like I said, Brighton are a team that we actually do well against. They don't really beat us, to be fair. We usually get joy against them, and with the way they play football, if we're on it, we can score a couple of goals past them, 3-4 easy, because defensively they're not very good. Now we do have a bit of bad news injury wise, which is kind of annoying. So this was reported today by Anfield sector, and it's regarding Alisson Becker, which fuck me, man. I mean, considering he was only injured the other week, it's not this one. It's where is it? Well, so Anfield sector reported this, lads. Hopefully you guys can see this. So yeah, I can just scroll this out. So Brazilian FA have confirmed that Alisson Becker has pulled out of the squad due to injury. It's not yet clear whether this is a new problem or if it will keep him out for the game against Brighton tomorrow. So Anfield sector reported that. At that point, we knew he was out for Brazil, so he wouldn't travel with the Brazil national team. But we didn't know about the Liverpool aspect of it. And then, literally about 10, 15 minutes later, we get this news, which isn't really too great, but it is what it is. So Anfield sector then reported that. Oh man, they then reported Alisson Becker to miss tomorrow's trip to Brighton. Mohamed is set to deputise, with Liverpool not prepared to take the risk with the number one keeper. So Alisson can play. His injury isn't too severe, but the club don't want to risk him. Oh man, here we go, man. Ali injured again. Only was injured the other week, and now he's injured again. He shouldn't have been your manager. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't exactly. Amram didn't fit the description to be a United manager. I don't know. I wasn't against giving him a shot, but he should be. Yeah, to be fair, that 3 at the back thing was just you're dying on that hill, man. Just don't be stubborn. Adapt. And he didn't want to adapt, and yeah, he did it to himself. Amram did. If Liverpool had rotation or squad, this would have been reduced. This would have reduced the risk of injuries. Good to see Mamma Mia getting minutes. Alisson is too. I agree with this. To be fair, not a Tom Kid. This season he's been bad for injuries. He picked one up earlier in the season, missed about 5, 6, 7 games. Picked one up against Galatasaray, missed it. And now here he is again injured for this one. It's just annoying. Last season he was injured for a sustainable. Okay, no, Tom Kid. Okay, brother. Last season he was injured for about 6 to 7 games. But year before that he was injured for 3 to 4 games. So these last couple of years, these last 3 seasons, he's become very injury prone for my liking. So he's gonna miss tomorrow's game again. Yo, big up Gavin. Big up yourself, brother. Appreciate you being in. a lot of teams. Yes, exactly. Brighton. We know what Brighton are like, Abdul. A lot of teams will set up to defend against us, but Brighton, we know they're a forward-thinking opposition team, and we know that we're going to get space against them. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, hoping we can get some some joy. But yeah, so not Alisson for the game. That'll mean Mohammed in goal again. Not too worried about that, to be fair. It's not an issue. But yeah, Alisson again picking up injuries for my liking. It's too much now. We also have some other news regarding Mohamed Salah, and unfortunately, people, if I can just find it, I don't know where that is, but yeah, apparently, people, Mohamed Salah is also out for this game because he's picked up a niggle, which is rare, to be fair, because it's very, very rare that Mohamed Salah picks up a niggle, but he has somehow for this game. He's out for the game. So no Mohamed Salah tomorrow. You know, I had Mohamed Salah in my original match preview, to be fair, but now he obviously looks like he won't be available for the game, which is unfortunate. So yeah, there we go. Fabrizio Romano. If I just bring this up, my keeper. You love Mohammed don't you, bro? You really like that. You really like him. Fair enough. Big up, yeah, big up to Gavin. But yeah, so Mohamed Salah, along with Alisson, is also expected to be out for tomorrow's game, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So here we go. Fabrizio Romano. Arne Slot confirms Mo Salah will be out against Brighton with a muscle injury. Salah will also stay in Liverpool during the international break, not joining Egypt. So the injury must be pretty bad because he's obviously not available to he's not available to travel with the Egypt national team. Apologies, got my words mixed up there. But yeah, so he's staying at Liverpool, not traveling for the international break. Unfortunate, but look, against Brighton, we still have other attacking options. Even if Salah's not playing, we should be able to deal with them. So yeah, it's unfortunate to be missing both him and Alisson at the same time in the game because they are two of our key players. But I think we can manage. Lads. I genuinely do. Not ideal, but it is what it is, man. We need to sort out our head coach boardroom situation, housing our 11. Yes, 100%, Abdul. This has pretty much got to be a perfect summer for us. It has to be a perfect summer. Look, for me, the second the Brentford game's over, when we play Brentford last game of the season, day after, I want to see slots left. Mutually, whatever. Terminated, whatever. I want to see he's gone. I want to see Xabi Alonso bought in. Whoever's bought in, whether it's Alonso. Ideally, Xabi Alonso bought in. I want to see that. I want to see a couple of signings made in the right areas this time. Not what we did this summer, where we just signed a load of players that didn't really suit us. We need to sign players that are going to fit our system and the way the next head coach wants to play. It's got to be a perfect summer. Otherwise, it could really set us back for the next 3-4 years. It's a very important year this year. Very important summer for us. Could really make or break the next couple of years. Salah out is a blessing. To be fair, he had a decent game against Galatasaray. I was hoping that he'd be able to build off that going into this game, but unfortunately, he's out. When let's say everyone's playing well, Nighttime Kid. Let's say everyone's on form. I do think Mohamed Salah is our best player. Yeah, I do. This is if everyone's cooking and on fire. I do think he's our best player, but he's not my favourite player in the current Liverpool team. Big up AFC always, brother. Big up. Yeah, so no Mohamed Salah available for tomorrow. No Alisson either. So, yeah, man. If I just bring you guys my starting 11 up as well. I'm going to do a match preview after this, people. I'm going to go record a match preview on the game, etc. Give my thoughts and feelings, go into a bit more detail. But that'll be out after. So, this is the lineup I've gone with. This is how I think we will line up tomorrow. So, it's not too different. It's not too different or too dissimilar. So, if you guys can see this, here we go. So, obviously, with Alisson out, it will be Mohammed Arsfili between the sticks. which I don't have a problem with because it's only going to be for this game. Ali will be back after the break. Right back with Salah also out. It's interesting to see what he does. Will he put? I'm not sure. AFC always, but I'm not sure, brother. I'll be honest. I think YouTube's doing that thing where they just remove mods somehow. It's weird. It's weird. Very, very odd, man. But yeah, apologies, brother. So Mohamed Arsfili in goal. Because to be fair, AFC always, it's not just you. A couple of people that were modded don't have it no more. So yeah, might just be a YouTube thing. But I will admit I did cut down on a couple of mods. A couple of people that I did have modded, I did cut down on some. So yeah. Mohamed Arsfili in goal, I think, for this game. With the right back situation, with the right wing situation, Salah being out. I can see Szoboszlai playing off the right wing and Frimpong playing as a right back. Actually, I think that's more likely if I just change that around. I think Frimpong plays right back and I think Szoboszlai plays off the right wing. There we go. So I think this is more likely people now. I think we see Jeremy Frimpong at right back, of course. Centre back pairing Virgil and Ibu, as per usual. Left back Kirke. So the back four pretty much decides itself every game. Midfield double pivot is going to be Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch. We know that. Not even a point in me changing it up. So just going to leave them. Just gonna. I would put Jones in, but is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, man, it's crazy, Joshy J. Greatest number one, mama. Man, but yeah, So Gravenberch and McAllister will start in the double pivot in my. Well, I think we all know that. Right wing, it will be Dominic Szoboszlai, in my opinion. Now that Salah's out, I'd love to see Federico Chiesa get a chance. I would love to see him get a start, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It genuinely is not going to happen. As much as I'd love Fede to get some minutes, but even Rio, Night Tom Kid, you said it. Even Rio, now that Salah's out, perfect opportunity. Give the kid some minutes. Winning the Champions League puts our club on the map in terms of we are elite. I agree. I'd say for now, I think Arsenal are a big club, but I don't think you're an elite club. I don't mean no disrespect by that, but I think to be an elite club, you have to win the Champions League. And Arsenal, they haven't done that yet, so they're a big club, but they're not elite. Until they win that European Cup, they won't be elite. Yeah, but yeah, Rio would be a good option now that Mohamed Salah's unavailable. We need to get the right balance in midfield. What do you think? I would go with Gravenberch and Jones personally, Abdul, because I think Jones has actually been good. I think Gravenberch has been off it for most of the season. But for whatever reason, he's one of Slot's trusted lieutenants. Slot just doesn't seem to want to drop McAllister at all. He doesn't seem to want to drop Maka at all. So what I do is I'd put Gravenberch and Jones next to each other. That's what I do. But look, the manager's not going to do that. We know Slot won't do it. No, to be fair, Night Tom Kid, Isak is back after the break, which is a good thing because Alexander Isak can then provide and give us another option up top as a striker. But for now, I think Ekitike is going to have to do one more game. I think my new team needs to get Chiesa. To be fair, Night Tom Kid, I do think Chiesa probably depends on who the new manager is, man. If the new manager wants to work with Chiesa and has him in his plans, I'd be more than happy to let him stay. But if the new manager doesn't want him, I think we should move him, man. But I'd love him to stay, man. I love the guy. But yeah, so that'll be the midfield double pivot. Right wing with Salah out. I'd love to see Chiesa or Rio, but it will be Dominic Szoboszlai, in my opinion. In the 10, Florian Wirtz, of course, that's kind of just, we know that's going to happen at this point. Off the left, I think that would then mean Cody Gakpo comes back in. Originally, before the Salah news, I had Mohamed Salah off the right, I had Szoboszlai in the 10, and I had Wirtz out left, but because of the Salah news, I've had to change it around a bit. So I think Gakpo comes in off the left wing for this game. Again, looking forward to seeing him play. Not really. And then up top, it will be none other than Hugo Ekitike again. So yeah, let's be honest, with that team, guys, we should be able to go to Brighton with the way they play football and win the game. Like I said, they're very, very They're a very attacking-minded side. They like to have the ball. They like to play. We should get joy. We should get some joy with the likes of Wirtz, the likes of TK, even the likes of Gakpo, even though I don't particularly rate him too highly. I still think he can cause them some damage. So, yeah, it's still a relatively strong side there, even with Salah and even with Ali out as well. But, yeah, that's the team that I've gone with, people. That is the team. I will let Isak get match fit this summer. Isak fresh start next season this summer. Yeah, I think Isak really has to. He has to show up next season. This season, I say I give him the benefit of a doubt, but he's Premier League proven, guys. Alexander Isak is Premier League proven. If anything, it should have been Ekitike who needed the time, and Isak should have come in and hit the ground running. He took a while to get into it, Isak did, but then he did start to kind of turn it on. He did start to show his worth, and then of course he got the injury against Tottenham away at their ground, away at White Hart Lane in the reverse fixture against Tottenham. Since then he's been out, so he's been unlucky with injuries. But I'm hoping now that he's on the verge of coming back after the break, I'm hoping he can kick on now. We can really see why we signed him. When City won the treble, they also won the Super Cup and the Club World Cup. So basically, they won 5 trophies. Yeah, it's crazy, brother. It is crazy, man. City did win the Super Cup. Yeah, they did win the Super Cup. Yeah, and the Club World Cup as well. Yeah, it's funny, yeah, because when we won the Club World Cup, we didn't get to have the badge on our shirt. They win it, and they're allowed to have the badge on. Actually, when we won the Club World Cup in 2019, we were allowed to have it on our shirt for one game in the league. They were allowed to wear it for the whole season. They were allowed to keep that badge on for the whole season, which is crazy in my opinion. But yeah, 5 trophies is mad, bro, in the season. So how you feeling for this weekend's game, AFC always? How are you feeling for the game on Sunday? Are you confident, nervous? How are you feeling, brother? But yeah, Arne Slot's comments on Brighton here. If I just bring them up. Just bring Arne Slot's comments up on Brighton. I think there's an issue with comments, guys, because they're not popping up for a minute and then all of a sudden 6, 7 are just popping up. So YouTube is bugging again by the looks of it. Here we go. Oh, fuck off. I brought the wrong thing up. My bad. Apologies, people. See some new people. See some more people in the chat. Big up to every single person. Yo, big up my brother Rasta, man. Make sure you show up to my brother Rasta, another one of the Fellowship of the Realist. Big up, bro. Hope you're well. Good seeing you in. Big up, big up, big up. Because they reworked the Club World Cup, and I think it's more interesting with the new format. Only downside is that it takes up too much of the summer. Yeah. So players don't get enough rest. Big up to Rasta, brother. Big up, brother. I'm going to drop your link into the chat, my bro. I'm going to drop your link into the chat. Yeah, appreciate you being in, man. I know you're probably at work as well, so yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Oh, man. Let's just hide that. Oh, Waha has beat me to it. I'm too slow at it, guys. I've pinned it. Make sure you show up to my brother Asta, man. Big up, big up, big up. The gold's value is 12 million. Who's your goat, bro? Don't say Ronaldo, please. So, where was Slot's comments on Brighton? Where are they? Here we are. Here we go. Got them here. I can never be confident because of Arteta. Also, Pep and City have been there and done it. I hear that. But it's going to be an interesting game for sure. Pep's going to make an announcement as well after the game regarding his City future. So I think he's going to announce he's leaving. So yeah, man. Hopefully Arsenal send him out crying. But yeah, I do think Arsenal are going to win on Sunday. I can't lie, guys. I think Arsenal will win. I think City, they're playing City at the right time as well. They're vulnerable. And let's be honest, all Arsenal need to do is score from a set piece and then sit back, and City are done. So I do see Arsenal winning this weekend. So this is Slot's comments on Brighton, people. You say we are struggling to score goals in the first half. I saw we are... Okay, I'm not even going to... It's unbelievable we don't score more. But I don't look at it when the goals were scored. We need to be ready from the start. They'll make it intense. We had a peak Wednesday. And now a 12:30 kickoff against the team and fans who want to come at us straight away. We have to be ready to face the fight. I agree with that. It is nice when a team tried to play. You said I always complained, but I wanted to play a team now that wants to do all this a bit more. But if we have 5, okay, whatever he's saying. But yeah, Slot is basically saying that the it's going to be a tough game. On the 12:30 kickoff, I know Klopp used to hate these 12:30 kickoffs. He used to absolutely hate them. I don't mind at all playing 12:30 because we train usually around then. So if we could not perform at that time, it is stupid to train at that time. I don't mind it at all, but I do miss Sunday evening, 6:20, when we finished versus Spurs, and then another. I don't know when we played 6:20 against Tottenham. I don't know what he's on about there. And then another game that could have went to extra time and then went to. Okay, Arne Slot. That's Arne Slot's comments there. So yeah, there was that. This is Slot talking about his new comment, guys. This is Slot talking about his new contract, shall I say. CR7's value is 12 million. Interesting. Not surprised. Trafford starting in goal for the final. Well, that's City cooked then. If he's playing in goal for the final, Pep really isn't taking it serious, man. What a stupid thing to do. Trafford in goal, Yeah, man. Fucking, that's Arsenal's to lose then. Arsenal are set piece FC and bully to the leagues. And bullies to the league and trophies. There's home football, but they're not complaining. Yeah, look, to be fair, the top of the league, I've been it. Look, if my team was playing that way, top of the league, I wouldn't really be crying either. I wouldn't. But look, it's not good for the league to be playing for a team to play that way and win. But I don't think Arsenal fans care. I think, again, I don't think Arteta really cares either because he's been burnt so much times trying to win the league. He's bottled it 3 years in a row, and looks like they're just doing whatever it takes to get over the line now, which is fair play. Yeah, I hear it. Well, I hear the agreement thing. I do. So Slot's comments on his new contract. On a new contract. This is interesting. So Arne Slot on a new contract at Liverpool. Is this how football works? We win one and talk about a new contract. We didn't win just by one, by the way. We won more, but everyone thinks last few months. He surprised me with this question. My focus is on Brighton, and before that, it was getting something positive from this season. We have to fight in this season until the end, and my focus is totally on that. We don't talk about contracts here. Do I see Arne Slot getting a new contract? No, I don't, to be honest. I don't see him getting a new contract unless he wins that UCL. So, yeah, that says it all, man. That says it all. He could have said something completely different, but that response there says it all about him moving on in the summer. Genuinely does. So that's that. Not a bad look, Imo. And Donnarumma Donnarumma's been shocking recently, man. He's not been good at all. He's been very, very bad. Very poor, in my opinion. Yeah, that's all that I've got today, people. That's my thoughts and feelings ahead of tomorrow's game. Hopefully, Liverpool get back to winning ways. I hope we get back to winning ways. We need to win. We need to win, man. I'm not sure who Chelsea play this weekend. I'm not sure who Villa play. And I'm not United are playing tonight, of course. But yeah, I want to see Liverpool doing their thing, man. Just get the 3 points, lads, please. Let's have a good league performance for once. We haven't had a good league performance in a long, long time. Let's get that good league performance. Win. And then, yeah, I can sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the weekend. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Big up to the 9 people in here, man. It's probably one of the highest audience attendances I've had since I've started going live. But big up to you all. I'm going to go record a match preview now for the game. So stay tuned for that. Pre-record will be dropping. I'll be back tomorrow with the live watch long for the game and then a match reaction after. So appreciate you all, man. A quick world call before we do go. I appreciate that, Josh CJ. Big up yourself. Profit, if Alonso is let me just answer this before we go. If Alonso is your next manager, what are your expectations for him and what he will bring? Well, I'll be honest. If he has a good win, if he's backed in the market, I expect him to win the league, to be fair. Because let's be honest, I don't expect Arsenal to retain it next season. Pep won't be at City next year, so it's open season for them. Who knows how they're going to get on with a new coach? And yeah, it's only really Arsenal and City I look at and think they're challengers. They're going to challenge for the league. I don't look at no one else and think that. So yeah, if Alonso comes into some AFC with and if he's backed, I expect him to win the league. I expect him to bring number 21 home, personally. But yeah, that's my expectations. win the league. Do well in Europe as well, of course. But if we don't win that, cool. As long as we win a title. But yeah, I'd expect him to win something if he's backed. So big up to everyone, man. Thank you, Ryan. Big up, man. It's the world calling. Big up Nighttime Kid. Big up Ryan. Big up Joshy J. Big up AFC always. Big up Wahaha. Big up Abdul. Big up my brother Rasta. Who else was in here? Big up Gavin. Who else do we have in here? Anyone else that I'm missing? Yeah, Andre was in here as well earlier. I swear Andre was in here. Where you at, Andre, man? I hate when I have to scroll up when I have to scroll this far up just to find someone. Oh man, big up to Nighttime Kid on his burner account. Big up yourself, Nighttime Kid, on the burner and that. Big up, big up. Where's Andre's comment now? Big up my brother King. Make sure you sub to my brother King as well. Make sure you sub to my brother Rasta too. Both my brothers from the Fellowship of the Realist Talk. Big up to Milano. Nice to see someone new in. Big up yourself, mate. Big up to Boss the Blue, who was in here earlier. Big up to Hala Madrid. Big up to Richarlison. X9V. Big up. Interesting name around there. Big up. Richarlison, you know. I mean, having Richarlison as your idol is crazy. I'm just saying. But each to their own. And was there someone else in here? Big up to Andre as well. Big up yourself, Andre. Big up to everyone in the chat, man. No worries, AFC always. No worries. No worries. Always happy to answer everyone's questions in the chat. Big up then. Bless up to you all, man. Big up to you all. Appreciate you all being in. And yeah, Liverpool Prophet out. Speak to you all soon. Up the Reds. Let's go, man. Let's get the win tomorrow. Big up to you all. Speak to you soon. Bye for now. Peace.